My name is Malaki Bado, and with GrowStrong, I'm a co-founder of GrowStrong. GrowStrong is a non-profit organization that's registered in California, doing projects in Kenya, East Africa. We've done work with communities in Africa under an umbrella of different organizations, work mainly revolving around food security, food production, health. Food security, it's like being assured of good food, whether you produce it, so that you are not starving or you're not eating bad food, or that you're assured of having a dish on the table the next day or today. The essence of GrowStrong is around these communities. I lived in Kenya for 30 years of my life. Since I was born, raised in a farm, we used to work the fields. I know a history of the place. And those communities used to be food secure. They used to be food secure in the past. Let's say go 40 years, 50 years back. The further I go back, the more food secure they were. And things kind of fell apart, or things are falling apart, mainly because they might have started growing different crops, or people have gone to the urban centers for jobs, or the soils have been, there's no more fertility, or the practices have just changed. So to answer the question, I feel those areas were food secure, but something along the way changed. Could be their eating habits. They started eating foods that didn't grow in the area, or foods that were harder to produce. So we believe that if some of the ways that made these people food secure were put back in place, then we could go back to that old good days of food security. People used to plow the fields using oxen. It's just an ox-drawn plow. And that was simple. They raised their animals in the homestead. They had the oxen there. When they needed to plow, they just went to the field and plowed. But when this changes, that for you to plow, you need to buy oil, you need to hire a tractor. Let's say I go and I'm trying to grow kale, for instance. That's really a new crop. It might not be well suited to the area. It might require a lot of pesticides or fertilizers. But these villages are blessed with 40 indigenous vegetables that just grow. With very little care, they can grow among other crops. We are advocating for people to borrow from what worked in the past, and reuse that. GrowStrong is really a catalyst, because we look at having a farm, which is more of a demonstration farm, or someone might call it a training farm, where we implement what we are saying. If we are talking about growing bananas, we grow bananas there. If we are talking about plowing with oxen, we plow with oxen there. If we are talking about indigenous vegetables, we grow them there, so that people can remember that these crops grow, or this animal are used in this manner, without it just being a story. They can see it for real. The knowledge is in the people. That's why GrowStrong is a catalyst to bring out that good in those people, to let those people be trainers, to facilitate so that they share that knowledge. We usually say that if an old man dies in Africa, that's a library burnt down, because a lot of the knowledge is stored in their heads. It's not documented elsewhere. So GrowStrong could do things like documentation, and just to bring people together to learn. Right now, we are working on the logistics of establishing the farm that I mentioned. So there's a lot of farm inputs that could help. I mentioned we are working on some element of documentation. for extracting this information and storing it. So anything that could go help in audiovisual or just data collection or just anything information technology to be able to get and disseminate information. GrowStrong is not really going somewhere and starting from zero. We are basically upscaling what we've been doing for some time now.